Let's see. It shows them live. Hello, YouTubers. I'm Jerry, Semo Picker. Reseller six pack tonight. We're going to be talking about
You mean reseller therapy?
reseller for therapy. Number six. The number six is getting me. I'm gonna steal it. I got a bunch of squirrels in this brain running circles. But we're gonna be tonight's topic is gonna be is eBay letting sellers down? So and we're gonna have some questions and answers. We might have a few topics for Scott and Shane here. John's gonna be running behind. I think everybody knows about me. Everybody knows about everybody else, but we'll let Scott tell them everybody about himself.
Who, me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who, me?
I'm just a wandering gypsy living in hotel rooms.
You should put some braids in your beard.
Yeah, this is the Airport Marriott in Cincinnati. I do eBay and Amazon full time. Concentrating on eBay right now, but I'm in Cincinnati outside the airport. I started this journey Wednesday, and I made it to Cincinnati in the rain. And then Thursday, about 55 miles and about 60 today. Yard sales, 8.5 hours one day and 8 hours the next. And I turned around because I realized if I went another day, I'd be so freaking far from home, and there's so much more at the bottom that I hadn't covered now. The rain's gone. So now I've turned around. I'll start going through Kentucky tomorrow. So it's gonna be lots of fun. And I didn't video as much today. I videoed a lot yesterday, but wearing that chest-mounted camera, I'm a big fat man. It made my boobs sweat. It was only like 83, but humidity was like 2,000, so it felt really hot. So yeah, the boob sweat was bothering me. I'm like, man, the hell with this camera. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow.
Squirt a little monkey butt in your shirt.
Nice.
Some kind of baby powder or something.
All right, Shane.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Shane the Rising Grand Picker, and you might notice this like really bad sweat ring around my neck. I've been outside in my driveway for the last 3 hours scanning books because I got a bunch of free ones, so just ignore this part. But yeah, so happy to be here tonight, and I want to, this is Jerry's officially first YouTube video, so it's super awesome, and we'll talk about some good stuff tonight.
Well, actually, my second. I had to take the first one down.
Well, second official video. He's planning on leaving up, so.
Right. Well, tonight's topic's kind of more about questions. Opinions is eBay letting sellers down. I've known a few legit times that I should have not been penalized and had a good sell, and eBay forced me to refund when it was legit and coming back. But also understand that eBay's wanting to keep their people buying from them and everything else. So it's kind of just basically not wanting to throw my opinion out there, just ask people's opinion and help me and everybody else out in chat.
Definitely. And I just want to throw this out there at the start is why the heck is John in the chat and not on this video?
Because he's probably driving.
I just want to throw this out there that if you're not subscribed to Jerry's channel, subscribe. That way you can follow the show every Friday and you know where it's going to be at.
Yeah, I put everybody's links below too, so even my own, and I will be future streaming on Twitch. I just got a few more things to figure out, and I got a camera coming. And then
I'm still planning on streaming on Twitch, but I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
I got like 48 subs. I'm like 2 away from monetization, but I just haven't done anything for like a month.
Besides scan books.
Yeah, I scan books. I've scanned books for the last few weeks, several weeks, and yeah, it's been fun.
So I'd like to hear John's when he gets here too. Just opinion.
For
Nothing
me,
set in stone.
I think that. So here's kind of like what I think is eBay is in a tricky transition right now, where you have a lot of retail stores closing down, and it's known as a retail apocalypse. And you have a lot of retail stores closing down. There's the online selling and buying online is more in the spotlight. But the thing is, I just read an article or was listening to like a news station on my radio about business the other day driving, and it still said that like only I think it's 45% of purchases come from online, or it's like 35% come from online. The rest are brick and mortar. So it's like that's very interesting to me.
See, my whole answer to this is to me the delicate balance is, you know, they've got to be the middleman. They've got to do what's best for customers and resellers, and whichever side you're on, you have a tendency to see it from that side. I don't even if I lose something that I feel I should have gotten. It's so rare that it ever happens. We make such a big deal about it. Everybody wants to make a YouTube video about how eBay is allowing me to be scammed. Everybody's so obsessed with scammers that when people have a legitimate problem, we just go at them like, and we're us as sellers screaming scammer all the time, and having that fear and that mentality truly puts eBay in an awkward position that and the customers can feel it, and we drive new customers off.
Yeah,
they're not gonna get treated that way on Amazon. I can promise you that. They're gonna get whatever they want. They're gonna get treated like royalty over there. Amazon's now just started tracking their electronics and stuff, but other than that, they are still wide open customer service 100%. They've been over backwards, and it's just part of doing business. I mean, sometimes things happen you don't like. You gotta. If one return or one thing that goes about wrong is enough to take you under in this business,
yep,
maybe it's wrong business, and that's a tough thing to tell some people that you might not be cut out for it, and it might not be the reselling. You might be really good at finding stuff. You might be good at selling stuff, but if you can't master the fact that you're the owner operator of a business and you have to conduct yourself in a way that is best for your business, and understand sometimes crap happens, and you just, as a business owner, you just deal with it and move on. I mean, no emotions. I had an item that I sent that was a $115 item that I screwed up part of it, and it got broken on the way, and part of it too. And I've spent the last couple of days on messages straightening it out with this customer, and they are a one feedback customer, and they have been so nice and so appreciative of the effort of somebody who's trying to take care of them. And I've about got it fixed, but one more thing I got to do to fix it. But just when you let your emotions get a hold of you and get you out of control, you can't make sound decisions. You can't make decisions that are, even though there's some temporary pain, whatever it is, it's in your own interest.
David Ashley, I'm president of Address America. We're located in.
Sorry, there was a video that popped up on my phone and started talking.
Did that say something about Miss America?
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, something like that. I opened my phone because I thought I had a text and I had a message, and then when I got on there, it started like talking a bunch of crap.
Now we know why you've been sweating. You're watching porn on your phone.
You know I am. No, I'm joking. I haven't been.
I've been talking about this for a while, and it's you know, a lot of different people here on different channels and different times I talk. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like it, and it's taken a long time to go work customer service at management at a fast food restaurant for 25 years and understand that you can do everything right and still be yelled at constantly every single day for no apparent reason. And you just have to get a thick skin and realize that stuff's going to happen. You know, do your best, do what you know is right, and when stuff happens, do your best to represent your side. I mean, if you need to take it up with eBay, but it's just because something doesn't go your way doesn't mean somebody's out to get you, and that's the.
Oh, go ahead, Scott.
I'm just saying that's just the fear that in there, and that's the blame game. There's somebody's always. Sometimes bad stuff happens to good people, but it's how you react to it, how you deal with it, how you treat others while you're doing it, and how. I mean, does it do any good to yell and scream at the little foreign like Indian lady on eBay because
right.
away? I mean, can you imagine how difficult their job is? They can barely understand us. They can't talk. But they can barely trying to do a communication gap, and somebody just yelling and screaming about something they had nothing to do with.
And that's
they're trying to make a decision to help you out, and you're just constantly screaming at them. I mean, it's.
Yep. And that's the thing is the customer's always right. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Unless you can prove they are legitly trying to scam you, the customer is always right. And you can write returns off on your tax rate when you do your taxes. That's a write-off. It's a return.
Yeah, that's the thing we don't focus on too is if you're running a business and you've got costs, just make the deduction, keep record of this stuff, and move on. I mean, it's gonna offset money you've made in the future anyway, so you're gonna have to pay less taxes. So that takes some of it. And that item that you've lost, that's $100 item. What'd you pay for it?
Right, $2, at a thrift store, and I would take that $2, or I don't know how you could do that because I'm not a tax person, but like literally the shipping is right. It's a write-off.
It's
like the shipping.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. There's hardly anything at thrift stores for $2 anymore, not unless it's small.
Oh, I don't know about that. I bought last year. I bought one of those Pet Safe dog collars in brand new in the package for 99 cents and sold it for like 100 and some bucks.
But that's the part people understand. You're exactly right. I mean, for your taxes, the shipping is part of the cost of the item because it's part of the cost. So you can deduct the whole thing off and move on with your next item. I mean, you're taking so much time. You're wasting. What could you could be accomplishing when you're on hold with eBay for an hour?
Yep. You know what? Oh, sorry. I was going to tell a story.
What's your time worth? And that's my question. What's your story?
So anyways, and this just shows that all customers are not out to get you. I had this huge box of bubble mailers this dude bought in Hawaii. And, I went ahead, I shipped them to him, and 2 weeks went by and he's like, hey, I still haven't got him. And I'm like, you know what? So I called him on the phone and I got his number and I said, hey, what's going on? This is, I said, hey, it's Shane. Like I run my eBay store. You bought some bubble mailers. He's like, oh my gosh. Hey, how are you doing? And I said, hey, what's going on? And he's like, I still haven't got those bubble mailers. Like, it's weird. And I'm like, you know what? After we get off the phone, I'm going to refund you in full. And if you do get them, go ahead and just send me the money back. And he's like, okay. And I said, I'll just, if you haven't got them, I'm just going to file a claim with the post office and I'll get my money back for shipping anyway. And he was cool with that. So 2 days go by and I receive his message and he refunds me my money in full. He received them 2 days after I refunded him and he sent me all the money back. So not everybody's out to get you. They just want customer service.
Well, I know I've been scammed at least 3 times, maybe 5. 3 I know for sure. 2 kind of up in the air. The rest were just people wanting to try it on and lied so they didn't have to pay the shipping back. And that's where it's really getting to my goat, to where they got to be untruthful so they don't have to pay for the return shipping.
The try-on thing, that's only happened to me like once on a pair of shoes because I put like every freaking measurement in my listings possible. And I put in every measurement I can. And so when they do the return, like the only thing they can say is doesn't fit because they're not going to open an INAD on me because I have all these measurements in there, so.
Yeah, I don't do clothes. I stay away from it.
I've gotten a lot more out of clothes. I mean, It's funny is 90% or probably 70% of my sales on eBay have been clothes, but I haven't listed any clothing for like 2 months.
And a lot of people like to say, especially clothing sellers like to say, you know, I'm just running a trial service, but just think about how many items of clothing that they're supposed to be your size that haven't fit you. I mean, it happens.
Yep.
Just everybody's not built the same. Everybody's body
Nope.
type is the same, and especially if it's women's clothes. I mean, guys are much more, you know, just give me whatever size it is. You know, we'll deal with it. But
well, and even as a guy, you can go to the store and get 2 pairs of Levi's, and they both fit different. You know, they fit different.
Yeah, I went to before I was 300 pounds. I was like 275, and I went to Under Armour and bought 2XL shirts. Didn't even try them on and took them home because they were like skin tight, like surfer suit tight. I was like, "You shitting me?" And I still got them in my closet with tags and never done nothing with them. They've been there for like 4 years. They cost me about $150.
why didn't you list them on eBay?
Because I just remembered.
Uh,
Because they're sitting in the way back of my closet with the tags hanging on them.
Well, the video with Pete getting leaky batteries back, that was easily provable because of the weight of the item coming back. I mean, that was definitely eBay not handling that correctly, and they finally did make it right. But he had to jump through a lot of hoops.
wow.
Yeah, I had a sale last month where they were set on eBay for about 6 months, and I didn't check the batteries or nothing before I sent it off, and they got it, and it was all leaked and whatever, and it wasn't working no more. So
Pete sold something, and the customer just returned in the box. All there was batteries, nothing else.
I was just nice as hell and told him, clean it up with some vinegar, follow it with rubbing alcohol on Q-tip, and here's your money. If it works, good for you. Just keep it. And he contacted me like 3 days later. I tried your trick and it didn't help. Sorry.
Yep. And a lot of things, like, I just try to stay away from stuff with batteries unless like it's new in the package. Then I might not. But I've even heard of some things new in the package doing the same thing, leaking whatever. When they open the package, it's all corroded in there.
Yeah, I know better than leave batteries and shit, but it's my own fault.
Yeah,
Plus, since I go through so many batteries, I buy the cheap crap, so it's pretty imperative to make sure you get them out.
Yeah, I don't store anything with batteries. I don't send anything with batteries. So
every listing I have in a condition, I say does not come with batteries because I just don't store it with batteries, and I'm not going to put them in there because technically, if you ship an item with batteries, you got to have a ORMD sticker or a hazard sticker on it because it's a fire hazard, and you got to put tape on the ends.
I had a pill art box that was discontinued. It was Eagle something. So one of those reminder pill boxes. It was old. I mean, leftover shelf life. And I listed it all on eBay, and I get a return like 3 days later because I shipped it pretty fast. And they contact me and said, "This thing don't work. It keeps on resetting and stuff." I said, "Well," I sat there and thought about it. I'm like, "It's brand new in a package. How's it not working?" And I got thinking, "Oh, that's that old thing." I said, "Just take that battery out because that's an old shelf stock like you read in the auction to put a brand new battery in it." And they contacted me 2 days later and said, "Hey, that worked. Thank you."
And the other thing that comes to mind is if you have a lot of things that are happening like this, maybe it's a time to sit back and look at the way you're doing things. I had a couple expensive VCRs breaking, and it's quickly me realizing I'm using the wrong bubble wrap because I don't know why I was using small bubble. But is it the way you're shipping things? Eliminate yourself first before you go blaming other folks and somebody's out to get you. And
Hell, are you even really testing them?
yes, self-evaluate what you're doing and make sure that you're not part of the problem that's causing.
Well, I'm guilty in some aspects, which I take blame and credit for it when I get a return on it because I do not go through and list I ain't gonna write a short poem or a story on every dang auction and listing I got. I'm I'm pretty damn simple. Hey, it's got a couple scratches here, there, whatever, it works. You know, I ain't gonna go and just go ballistic. I'm too lazy and my attention span's too short for that shit.
See, that's me. Is I get an item and like it has a small scratch on the left hand corner of the bottom bottom thing, and it has some light scuffing on the back battery cover in the middle. I'm like super, just weird like that.
I mean, I'm guilty. I mean, people like John, I think he goes balls wall on the description, which I should, but it takes so much time.
Yeah,
It does.
and that's what I do. Yeah,
I basically go down there, take about 20 items, put pictures on it, because I ain't set up down there the way I want to be, because I want to set up to do Twitch and
mm.
and go live and do as I do, and I need to get set up for it. But I take about 20 pictures, come up here, load them to my computer up here, and sit here and do them there. So I ain't bringing all the items upstairs and getting. I go by what I could see on the camera, and yes, I tested it, worked fine, whatever. But it's
That's smart though.
It's usually that one damn thing that you kind of overlook, just a little scratch or just something stupid to get you.
Yeah, well, and you change if returns are a problem too. You can change the wording you use as well. You know, none of that excellent condition, none of that, nope, none of this or that. It's be very accurate with your descriptions. You know, it has a scratch here, it has a scratch there. The screen, like this phone, the screen has a small scratch in the left corner, but it does with the screen on, you can't tell at all. I mean, to be very detailed instead of using words that are very generalized. That'll because my very good and someone else's very good are not the same. And
well, when you're producing 1080p pictures at every angle on the damn on the picture, I think that eBay needs to take the pictures into account of some of the description in some sort, because I ain't gonna go buy. The problem is people don't look through your dang pictures. What they'll do is find what they're wanting, go for the shortest price. Hey, I'll just buy that one that didn't even look through the pictures, you know, because they price compared.
put your
Then they get it, they're all shocked. It's like it was in there, it was noticeable. It wasn't totally sub-labeled to every little scratch on the dang thing or whatever, what have you, whatever the case may be. I'm using short term. I'm not trying to tell a story with it, but I've had them problems and kind of eats at me.
And a couple of my pictures have saved me from INADs because a couple years ago I had a little pinhole in a shirt and I actually seen it. And anything that with clothing, I always get a really shiny penny, like a brand new penny, and I'll put it near the hole and I'll take a picture and put it in there. And I always do that with everything. I always put a penny where the defect is and take a picture. And the lady opened an INAD claim on a pinhole on the shirt, and I'm like, hey, it was a vintage concert shirt too. And I'm like, hey, this was in the pictures. It had a penny next to it and it was labeled in the condition. eBay backed me. And the only way she could return it is doesn't fit, and at that point they didn't even let her return it. They just said, nope, sorry. But keep in mind that was a couple years ago.
Yeah. So I'm guilty. I do need to change my game up a little bit and get a little forthcoming with information instead of making a small paragraph. I need to go huge. John always tried to tell me, downplay your shit. That way, when they get it, it's way much better than what you said it was.
there's a lot of wisdom.
Right.
Yeah. John's been doing it for a long time, so I take a lot of what he says in, but the laziness sometimes overwhelms me. And now I'm getting an eye roll from my woman.
You gotta watch too with they're talking about in the chat mobile. Mobile has becoming the dominant way people order, and you've got to. They see one picture, it better be your best. You know, maybe a couple more at the most, and they have to click on the description thing to even get to the description. And people are there. the chances of them reading the description when they're on mobile.
Yep. Slim to none.
Yeah, so you have to. I call it idiot proofing. And when I used to work in restaurants, I tell them, they're like, "What are you doing in the walk-in?" I'm like, "I'm idiot proofing it." They're like, "What do you mean idiot proofing?" I'm putting everything with an old date in front, so when y'all walk in here and grab it like idiots, you grab the first one you see, and it's always the oldest. I idiot proof the walk-in. You have to idiot proof your listings and just do best practices that protect yourself by good descriptive titles. That first three pictures, even the fourth one on computers, are the best pictures. Use a good camera for good detail, and then the description will save you, even if they don't read it. It'll. So you're doing your part. So we complain that a lot of the other things. I'm not talking about with Pete and the batteries coming back, but a lot of times when people say they're getting scammed, I didn't mention it in the. They'll sell something for parts only, but they'll list it as used, not as parts not working.
Yeah.
And they won't change the return policy, and they say, "But I put as is, no returns in the description, but you didn't change your return policy to say no returns."
Right.
You don't have a second business policy that says a no returns policy. So a lot of the times the listing is confusing, and and then we get mad. Well, it said it here. It also said it somewhere else, something completely different. You don't know which one they looked at.
Well, and I think that eventually eBay is going to start making everybody do free returns as a thing. That's my view. What do you think, Scott?
I don't think they can. They can make it. They can't tell you have to, but they can also make it difficult if you don't.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's 10:27.
You got 3 minutes, John.
Yeah.
It's probably 30 minutes from when he said 30 minutes. He's got to get old dinosaur loaded up.
Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I know if anybody's watched the morning show, Jim, I don't know if I've got Jim or Tara in the audience, but,
They are.
Yeah, I know you don't know which one it is. Jim is very, very good with the language he uses about apologize and just deal with it and move on. And he has a very good when he talks about it, he has a very good. It's always Tara, and it doesn't take It's not something that's a skill that comes easy, comes natural. Every time you have to just bite your own instincts and go, "Hey, what happened?" And a lot of people can't get past the apology, and the customer wants to hear. And if you just apologize for the situation, "Man, I'm sorry this happened."
Yep.
And you're not taking blame, you're not taking ownership. If it gets destroyed in shipping, I had something get destroyed in shipping while I've been gone. It was a $10 item. I am so sorry. Here's a refund. They can still use it, but the packaging is terrible now. I'm like, there's no need to return it. Please enjoy the item. I'm so sorry to arrive damaged. Have a nice day.
I highly recommend. There's one book that changed my outlook on all this stuff, because like 5 years ago or 4 years ago is when I read the book. And 4 years ago, my mind was like, I fight everything. And I read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And it was one of the best books I've ever read in my life. And it changed how I looked at everything. And all the book is it's a lot of talking about how to influence people and how to talk to people. And then there's a little blurbs, like sales blurbs, and it'll say, Salesman Joe said this, and this, and this, but the customer, and and it tells you what to do. And it was probably one of the most influential books I've ever read. And it sounds really dumb, but there's just something that clicks.
Or
And my phone came to life.
Nice. The one you bought today?
Yeah.
Nice.
it come on.
Yeah, I finally disconnected it from that thing, and I'm sitting there playing with it. It came out of that.
Like the off mode or whatever?
So is it iTunes locked?
I don't know. I ain't got that for you.
Oh, you can get past an iTunes lock. Just
No, no, you can't.
yeah, you can get. There's some trick where you can plug it into iTunes and then bypass it.
No.
Yeah.
When it's
that's
an account locked to somebody else's account, you can't.
I don't know.
You gotta have them. I do know. I work on them. You can bypass password lock.
Oh, just the password.
Yeah.
I thought you could bypass like the iTunes lock too.
No, you can't.
Because see, on an Android, that's what I got is you can bypass that. So easy.
You know it's iCloud locked.
iCloud lock.
Same difference. But is there any other topics, any that's on your minds tonight?
Yeah, taking a nap.
Scott looks tired.
Don't want to beat that dead horse.
As much as a thrill it is to do 2 straight 8.5 hour days of just yard sales until you drop. It's been if anybody has a chance to do it with these long yard sales, you have to understand that there are a lot of stops on the way that are like flea market vendors and that kind of stuff. But I have focused on skipping them and just all the one signs on the side of the road. And I don't even know how many yards. I don't know how many I've been to. I mean, there have been so many close together that it has been just absolutely amazing how many I've gone to. I mean, I bet I've been to 150 yard sales in the past 2 days.
Wow, that sounds like a blast though.
Because every time you get to a little town, it's on these roads. It's on both sides of the road. There are people having them. I mean, some of these little communities on this road didn't even have stoplights, or there's not even a gas station. But there's 40 or 50 homes in a little area, and probably 10 out of the 40 all have yard sales. I mean, it's just
wow.
Makes you wonder where they get all this crap.
Right.
Well, you got all the maps along the whole route where there's supposed to be a certain amount of yard sales at a certain dot, which help you out a lot on your trip.
Yeah, all those, and I skipped all those spots where they were at. A lot of them were, some of them that were registered, where they allowed like antique malls to register as a stop on the way. It's just regular folks. So they were awful. But if you concentrate on just, if you get out here and just talk to people and allow yourself, you truly realize most people are really good. I've met so many nice people. And you want to hear the strangest story? Okay, so here I pull up to this. I'm at this one yard sale, and it's a Mennonite family. There's like 4 ladies, all like a couple sisters and their daughters were there, and they said on the sheet, tell us where you're from. We're having everybody who's from out of state, so we can see from where everybody came. And I looked at the last name on the last city on the list. Somebody from Huntsville, Alabama was there before me. I'm like, that's weird. So I put ×2 on it, and they all laughed. They were so nice. And maybe an hour later, I'm at this yard sale, and there's a guy there. I look on the trailer. I look on the back of the trailer, and there's a big A on it. I walked over to him. I said, "Hey, I just want to tell you, roll tide." He had to turn around. He had the Alabama hat on.
And boy, did I pick a bad time to join.
And so I introduced myself to him, and I asked him, "Hey man, where are you from?" He said Huntsville. I'm like, so I guess you know where I'm from. He said, "What, Madison? That's the part like a suburb." I was like, "No, I live in Meridianville." He's like, no. He's like, are you serious? I live in Harvest, which is the next little one after me.
Wow.
And it gets even better. So he had a full trailer full of stuff. He's like, I'm gonna take all this to Van Massey, the auction in Tennessee. And I said, I got a buddy that sells in Van Massey. His name is Harlan. The guy looked at me and goes, Harlan Tyree? He said, now wait a minute. Are you the one that drove Harlan to Texas and filled the van up? I'm like, yeah, the van I'm driving. Yeah, that's the one. So this is one of Harlan's friends, so he knows from selling up there.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
So I call Harlan and I'm like, man, you ain't never gonna guess who I just ran into. And he'd already texted Harlan, so Harlan knew.
Yeah, it's a small world, man. It really is.
I mean, I'm probably 500 miles from the house.
Yeah.
Running into somebody who lives like 5 miles away from me.
And knows Harlan and sells at the same auction.
Right. Well, let's stop here and welcome John to the channel. I guess he just got home from St. Louis. So, John,
Yeah.
you got anything to input, bub?
Oh, about eBay and their suckery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a cheerleader. I think that eBay would screw a bush if they thought there was a snake in it. But
say that to
it's
the
just-
guy wearing the eBay shirt.
yeah,
All he does is the pom-poms, basically.
so I have to, but it's their playground, their rules, and I'm going to play in their playground until somebody builds a better playground, which I think it's soon coming. I think that there'll be. I do. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard to build what they've built. And I think that it'll come from the reseller community. I think somebody will get tired of playing by their rules and create their own playground. And you see it already happening with people like John. If he could get people to invest, imagine if he could get $500,000, $1 million to invest in his website and grow it to a secondary marketplace. I think that you would be able to see some amazing stuff come out of it.
Or Scott's other friend, John.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he'd already, But I was on my way home and I got tired of listening to you guys, so I flipped over real quick to listening to dadgummit, Rockstar Flipper, and he was talking about the new Aiden payment processor and talking about how people have already opted into it. And eBay, where you can't use the GSP program, you can't ship globally. You can't even use your money to print labels. You have to pay for your own labels out of your own pocket. It's just complete and total fuckery, and it's just stupid. It's absolutely craziness that they can't even answer programs. They were already rolling it out, but they don't even know all the ins and outs of it. And what he was saying, it's a really good video. People should go watch it after we're done here, and definitely listen to him. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he gets information from people that seem to be pretty solid. But it seems to be I don't know. It seems to be a shitstorm. They don't even. I mean, how can you not allow people if a customer pays for shipping, then you're going to have to pay for the shipping, and then whenever 3 or 4 days later, when your money can transfer to your bank account, then you can be reimbursed for it, which is fine for larger sellers, but for smaller people, it's not that easy.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, Aiden will make eBay better, but the way they do it, it could make it worse. And that's the thing is, eBay in the last couple years since they got this new CEO, they have done everything on a whim. They just launch it, and then there's massive bugs and massive problems, and that's why eBay's had a bad quarter. I mean, to be honest, that's why they had a bad quarter.
Yeah, I'm personally glad they're doing the beta because at least they're not using it. Maybe they've learned their lesson and not going to use it
Right.
big. That's the way they should be doing it to begin with. And
where's the incentive though for the people to do the beta? There's none. Absolutely none.
There's some people that do it just because they want to do it because they want to be on the cutting edge or they want to be first, and let them people do it. If you don't have to do the beta, so I mean, I don't see what's wrong with the beta. If you choose to do it and under the circumstances, you know all this stuff, and then don't bitch about it when you're in it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that he was saying is that he probably wouldn't have opted into the beta if he would have had all the knowledge up front about not being able to, because he said he probably ships, it was either 15 items a month or 15 items a week overseas. Either way, that's still a lot of merchandise. Sorry about his luck, though.
Right.
Yeah, but it's even going through eBay system, it's not terribly difficult to print out. I mean,
no.
And
that's how Amazon is anyway. They don't let you use your balance to print out labels or nothing. I mean, it's technically about the same kind of. It sounds like a very similar processing unit to me.
What do you mean they don't let you bounce?
Yeah, Amazon lets you print. If I've got a merchant fulfilled, they just deduct it on my balance.
Oh, merchant fulfilled, yeah.
My next goal is. I've already seen the writing on the wall with his online stuff. My next goal is I'm going to build me a 40 by 80 barn, and I'm going to go out and do what I just did today, buy shit, bring it home, throw it in my barn, and have auctions. I have people, go buy storage sheds, and I would just love to do volume and be the middleman for the people who want to sell online. That would be my ultimate goal. And me and Jerry, we've talked about that because it's I got stuff today that I buy it at the bins for pennies on the dollar, and I love the idea that John has with his own website, but I think that there's a better way to make it a little bit more profitable by I like John, but he should ship more of his heavy shit. I wouldn't have opened up more locations. I would have hired people to do freighting so that I could freight shit and get it out to people.
I still ain't got what I paid for, and they still ain't responded to my email. I don't know what's going on over there.
I just message him again. If not, I'll message him. I love John. I mean, it just shit happens. So. I've got an item sitting here that I got from him, and I love it. He's a good guy, so I know he'll take care of it. He'd probably give you your money back and ship you the item out, because that's just who he is. But I think that eBay, they're just they're trying to play catch up. They were in the wrong market, and they realized they were in the wrong market. They were in the used good market. And there's not as much money in the used good market as there is in the new market for the middleman, for the person that's playing, mediator between customer and seller, and the higher ticket items. There's just more money for them, and I think that they realize that, and they want more of that cocaine. They want more of that money.
And to be honest, they kind of have to play catch up. Because if they don't, they may not exist. I mean,
they'll always exist in the secondary market. There's nobody else that does that. But the problem is that's not where they want to exist. They're not happy driving the Corvette. They want to drive the Lamborghini, and that's fine. But the problem is that they don't have. They're behind the 8 ball because they were so. They've had who was the one dude that they had. They had the original CEO, and then they had Meg Whitman, and then there was like a dude right after her, and he started this. He started the trend of going in this direction, trying to catch up with Amazon, and they can't. They're just not going to. Amazon is light years ahead of them.
Well, and
they have the market dominated. They're kicking this shit out of places like Walmart and Target and Sears and Kmart and people that have been in the markets forever. Poison. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to talk about the people they've killed. You know, they're slaying Goliath. They were David, and they just started out doing books.
I don't believe that they killed those businesses. I don't believe that.
I do.
Not for one second. Not for 1 second.
I
Because
do.
you know what? I've been in retail for 9 years, and half the companies I worked for have been farther behind than eBay. And when you get that far behind, what's going to happen? You're going to close.
Well, in retail, it started out with Walmart and with their merchandising, their distribution chains. They're the ones that created the warehousing situations where they import massive amounts of cheap Chinese goods and they warehouse them. They have their own distribution. They have their own suppliers. And Walmart got so dominant to where they could mandate to the people that wanted to put items in their store the way they wanted to package, the size of the packaging, what they wanted on the package, so that they could have the Walmart had control over every aspect of just about every aspect of the merchandise they were selling in their store. And Amazon's the same way. Jeff Bezos, the dude, you know, he's a genius, and he was able to dictate that way. But the problem is Amazon was selling their own shit. Walmart was selling their own shit. eBay doesn't sell shit. They offer a service, and they're never going to do good until they start selling. You guys go over there. They won't never start doing good because they're not selling nothing. They have no experience. They have no experience selling.
But the thing is, with all the businesses closing, they're not closing because of Amazon. They're closing because they're first off, they're way too expensive in the stores. Look at Bon-Ton companies. They are
I agree with that.
They are triple the price there what online is. And people
I won't go to Walmart.
Yeah.
I won't go to Walmart and buy shit. I can't buy nothing electronics from there. It's ridiculous when you can go to Walmart. I guarantee you, I dare anyone walk into Walmart and go into the electronics department, from CDs to video games to anything, and scan any item, and you will not find that anywhere. Walmart will never be the cheapest. They're always. I mean, now if you need shit, you need it right now. You need it today. You need it yesterday. Go to Walmart. You need a cable. Your TV went out. Okay, but like if you need music, I mean, you don't need Walmart. Walmart has they're a dinosaur, and a lot of retail establishments are dinosaurs. And eBay is, but they're not in the same category. I mean, I think that they messed up by wanting to go to. They should have stayed where they were at. The used marketplace, did what they did, and you know, it's kind of like the whole IHOB, International House of Burgers. Even though that was a big scam, but you know what? They did pancakes and they did them really well. Well, I really think they were like, we're going to do burgers now because pancakes just they ain't cutting it. And that's what eBay's like, shit, you know what? We're missing the mark. Look at Jeff Bezos making what, $200 million a day. Yep. You know, I want that. I want that. And what they're doing is that they're not going to do Amazon as good as Amazon. So it's kind of like, you know, you think about it. You go to the store and you want a Mountain Dew and you get a Mountain Holler or a Thunder Lightning or a Mellow Thunder or whatever the hell this shit knockoff soda is. It doesn't satisfy you. It doesn't deliver what you want. And eBay is never going to be able to deliver the service that Amazon delivers because eBay has no control over anything other than who they allow to sell on their platform. And that's fucking herding cats. And I'm done. That's pretty much it. You're not corralling cats. You're not going to. You get on a message board, and like you were saying earlier, everyone, I don't blame customers. There's 1% of customers maybe scam, but you get these people wearing their tinfoil hats, and they're like, they're expecting, you know, everything, the gloom and doom, and I lost $5. Holy shit. You know, go to your flea market, load your pickup truck, take you some tables, go set up at your flea market and sell. You know, but until eBay starts getting into the marketplace, selling new shit, maybe that's what they need to do. But it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It pisses me off because they're ruining people's lives.
You need a moderator so you can smash that troll there.
Hit me up with the chat in the link in the side chat. If someone could. If I open up more windows, my internet's going to go shit on me.
Yeah.
Hey, Noah, can you go get me a water, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You'd have to type for me to make you a mod. Let's see.
Well, the only thing I gotta tell you is eBay had to do something because
Thank you.
you can't sit back as a company and say they should have done what they should. If they sit back just as good market, they're gonna get left behind like everybody else.
I think John's at sounds like John's at Chuck E. Cheese tonight.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to go in the other room now, all three of you.
'Cause I don't think anybody made out what Scott said at all. I didn't. What'd you say, Scott?
eBay had to do something because you can't just be known for the used market, because if you do the same thing over and over, they're gonna get left behind. Like they're gonna be like every other company that's got left behind.
I agree.
So you're gonna compete. You're gonna compete with Amazon. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up what you're doing right to compete with a company that's doing everything right. Did everything right since day one. How are you gonna compete with that? You're not. Target tried it. Target tried to open up distribution centers and warehouses, but they couldn't compete with. They could not compete with Walmart.
Who says they're not competing? Who says they're not competing?
They're not. Look at the figures.
They had one of the best years I've ever had.
So I can have the best year I ever had, but that don't mean that I'm in league with Walmart.
I'm just saying that I think that the thing is Target didn't open up distribution centers. They opened up distribution to ship out to the stores because they actually fill the orders inside the stores. So they make the store the distribution center.
Well, Walmart struggled until the online sales kicked off. Then they started switching all the old stores to groceries. So the grocery sections was pulling more people into their stores. So that's why Walmart grew.
Well, Walmart, they started the neighborhood market shit, but that stuff's faded. It's starting to fade away. I had a buddy that was in Walmart, man. He was an associate. He was an assistant manager or co-manager at one of those neighborhood markets, and that shut down. Walmart seen the writing on the wall. So what they were thinking about doing is they were testing the water to just turn into straight grocery stores with some minor, like those neighborhood markets. I've never been into one. But that's the road they were going down, because even they were like, are we going to be able to continue to compete in that level with people like Amazon? I'm sorry, Amazon is a company that we've never seen before. It's a company that's going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to dominate. And I don't see no letting up. And trying to keep up with that, no, you do what you do and you do it good. I'm not going to go out tomorrow and start trying to import from China, because it's not what I do. It's not what I do good.
There's one thing though. The government will break them up. Look at Bell South. You thought Bell South would be the end all, and they broke them up. I mean, Amazon gets too big for their britches. The government monopoly will break them up.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope so. And I'm not saying that eBay shouldn't do innovative things. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying though, to give up on what you're known for, I mean, man, that never works good for a company, man. Never works good. You can't name me one. I mean,
you're missing the part here. Amazon and eBay don't have the same customer. We are different than we see both of them. Just like Target and Walmart don't have the same customer. If you're a Target customer, you're never seen in a Walmart. And most of the time, if you're an Amazon customer, you don't shop on eBay. If you're an eBay customer, you don't shop on Amazon. It's just the way life is. But we're being in this business. We use both platforms. We see both platforms. You got to realize how different we are when we look at things, because you're looking at both of them. Most people use one or the other and never use the other one.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I hope it works out well for them, but I'm just it's just my opinion. I mean, we'll see. I've been doing this. I mean, we've all been doing this for a long time. I know Scott's been doing it forever, but I'm going to continue. I'm going to be the guy that flips the light out on eBay. I'm sticking around no matter what they do. I'm going to give it a shot. You know what? Here's the truth. You want to know how to sell on eBay? I think it was you that said it, Scott. Trending rates plus 1%. Holy shit. Do that. That's what they want. Whatever you do, make sure it makes eBay money, and it'll make you money.
Is that that driven your sales too?
Oh, let me see if I can.
That wasn't me. That was John. That was John Chartier. If everybody in the audience, most people know my buddy John. He's the about $4 million Amazon seller.
Okay, this is. Let me do a screen share here. I don't know if. And you can.
He's a true believer in advertising on Amazon, and he's like, I wonder what it'll do if I use a lot of the knowledge I have and push eBay systems to their limits, because he's wanting to increase eBay sales through multi-channel, and it works. It's been crazy for mine too.
I had a $442 day, and then the bottom dropped out, and all of my sales ended. All of them ended, and I ended everything, and then I did 135, 78, 67, 42, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 days of sales that were under $150. You guys know we're in a group chat, and then here's one for 125. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of making less than $150. I went in on the 31st and I set my trending rates at, or I sent all my whatever the hell it's called, what's it called? Promoted listings at trending rates plus 1%. That day I did $639. The next day I did $200. Then I did $236, and today I'm at $253. You tell me there's not a difference. You tell me that. Thank you, John. I'll buy that man a beer and have it delivered by Amazon. I don't.
No.
He's a recovering alcoholic. You won't drink.
Oh, then I'll buy him some coffee or something. I'm sending him a pack of coffee.
He wouldn't be tempted. He's been sober for quite a few years, but yeah,
Good for him.
He doesn't drink at all.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm so happy that I and I heard that. I don't know when you were talking about that, but I just heard it just out of just not even, I wasn't giving you my full attention. And I was like, what's he talking about? And man, that's made all the difference in the world. That whatever you do, it don't matter which direction eBay goes, just go with them. And you're making plenty of money. I've made, let's see, I've made 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, $1,400 in 5 days, 4 days. I'm with eBay. I'm on board. I might not agree, but I'm following. I ain't got no choice. Where am I gonna go? They kicked me off Amazon.
I think I'm lucky to make $10 a day.
I've been doing it now for a week and a day now, and $73 in ad fees, $1,700 in sales from promoted listings. Just since I changed it.
Nice.
Right. I like to see some other people in chat do that right now. Just go do it. Just go do it. And this time next week, I want to hear some reports in the show next week. I don't know whose channel it's going to be on. Probably Scott's or Shane's.
I think it's Scott's turn.
It's either Scott or John's turn.
Yeah, it's one of you guys.
It's probably Scott. And I want to know if it works as well for you as it did for me, because it's made all the difference in the world. Holy crap, has it? No, I will say I listed 60 items that day that I did $600 in sales too, so that doesn't hurt either. I don't want to go, but a lot of the items that I have sold, it was not that 60 items that I listed.
How do you do the +1 on the trending rate?
You go to your promotions tab. Let me get to where I'm supposed to be at here.
I just applied trending rates.
And +1%. So you go to marketing, you go to promotions, you go to how in the hell? There's create a promotion. Right?
You know, it's funny.
No, it's markdown sale. Markdown sale.
Is we have this show, and right now I cannot list any more new items on eBay. It won't let me. It's funny is they glitched, and I can't even change the item brand. It's like stuck, and it just keeps saying error, error. You have to change the item brand. It's crazy.
That's crazy. No, it is. It's promotions. Markdown manager is the other thing. I'm not even running a sale right now. I'm not even running everything that I've done is not even I'm not even using promoted or markdown manager at all.
I just trending rated everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can do. Sorry.
I mean that promoted listings is huge for me. Like if I don't sell what I want to sell, like I go and I play with stuff. Like I'll do promoted listings, and then I'll even run a sale sometimes on top of that. And a lot of times my traffic will pick up. Like it takes about 24 hours, it seems like, and then it'll start really picking up.
I wonder if anybody in chat's got any questions for any of us individually.
You're probably like, that fat guy got on here and just went rant, and I'm done.
Yeah, I think I was reading their minds. They said, I think John needs a Zoloft or something.
No, it just aggravates me that, $20. Oh yeah. $42 item to California, $20. I don't even. People are like, I always counter offer. I always don't when it's going to California. It's free shipping.
Oh, you can't because of the shipping. California is brutal from this side of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to start buying straws and see if I can sell them.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to be the king of bendy straws on eBay.
They can't limit them coming to their door.
I'm just glad I don't live in California. I like St. Louis. If I had to move, I would definitely. If I had to move somewhere else in Missouri, man, there's just so much opportunity. I went to the Bins today, and that place is just, man, that's an awesome Bins. After going to the shithole in Tennessee, I'm sorry to anybody that lives in Nashville, but your Bins it's like the Thunderdome. I mean, I go in there and there's like people I don't even like. I mean, I'm like thinking I'm getting ready to get shanked. It looks dangerous. It's dirty. It's hot. I go into my Bins. It's like Club Med. It's just, I did a lot of videoing up there today, and it's, man, I tell you what, I've never been to the one downtown, but I hear it's not as nice.
Ben's got better since they hiked their prices up to where nobody wants some of the stuff.
It's still 99 cents a pound up there. It's not.
No, I'm just talking about the product coming through the bins. Has it seemed like it gotten better?
I found some pretty cool stuff today. I bought a camcorder. I bought one of them big Annabelle Raggedy Ann dolls. I always do well with those. And she's huge. I'll probably get $50-$60 out of her. And that's the way you got to market those. If you get the big Raggedy Ann dolls, like the 15 and 18-inch dolls, put Annabelle in the title. And what I always do is I always search for the picture of the original lady that the demonologist, she was holding on to the Annabelle doll. And there's a picture of her, and it's a Raggedy Ann doll, and it's huge.
I'm not sure if everybody knows the movie you're talking about.
It's the movie. What is the name of that movie? The Conjuring
movie. Yeah, The Conjuring.
The Conjuring, and you can sell those Raggedy Ann dolls. You put The Conjuring and Annabelle, and then you put Raggedy Ann doll in the title. I shipped one to Australia, and I shipped one to Brazil. Both of them have went out of the country through GSP.
Junk trader's funny.
I may have to call eBay about that error. It's weird. I can't ship out, or I can't relist anything that's new, and that's just relist. I've already had it listed.
That might be something wrong with your Canooter valve in that crappy computer.
No, this is a website issue. It's not anything with the computer. It'll have like a big red error code, and then it'll just say that the brand name is wrong.
I was just busting your balls.
Hey, at least it's not a J7. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Poor.
That's all I gotta say.
I hung out with him for a while last night. He's a character.
Did he get a new phone yet?
No.
I mean, Scott found those pretty cheap at Walmart.
Yeah, if you need a J7 to be just like J7,
Right.
$9 at Walmart. They're on clearance.
I told him Scott found them J7s on clearance at Walmart for $69.99.
I would love to have one of those. I had that building like that his dad and grandma bought. $35,000 for that building up in St. Louis, and they just put a building in for sale in town here for $104,000 with no parking.
Mhm.
So you literally have no parking lot and it's just I just shake my head.
Man, I passed up on a building by me, like 10 miles from me, 900 square feet retail and like 2,400 square feet, like upstairs, like back end room. Yeah, and it was like 34 grand. I'm like, crap.
Well, I really would like to get me and John hooked up with a big old truck and get a building, do what he was talking about earlier. I've been pushing that on him for a while, and he's been kind of salivating at it. But I think he's starting to get wind in his sails with it now.
The thing is just that I just want a building to where I can put stuff in there and have someone like an auctioneer come in and just do an auction. And I can have the building, put the stuff in there and do the auction and have people come, and then I can just get me a big fat check at the end of the day. I don't, what I would love to do is travel around, buy interesting, fantastic stuff, bring it back to my own auction house and sell it,
If are you having all the problems on your mobile, Shane?
No, it's on the website. I'm wondering if it isn't a glitch, and it might even be done by in the morning because I've had weird stuff happen before. I'm
not having any problem.
I can relist used stuff. I can't relist new stuff.
Have you cleared your cache?
No, I've never had this problem. It has to be the website.
What Windows are you using?
10.
10?
Yeah.
You should be able to go in the top right corner, hit your settings, and go down to your I think it's your privacy. Is it? I don't
protect your privates.
Where is it? Oh, clear browsing data. More tools. Hit clear browsing data. See if that helps you out, and then clear all your history. Because with your older computer, it could really bog and cause internet problems with your browser. And if you do that and it's still the same after you refresh, I mean, close it out totally and bring it back up and see if it fixes it. If not, you're probably right. It'd be.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be anyway, because even if I do this, it's never ever done it before. Like, it's a pretty typical thing where it's not going to error within eBay, you know what I mean? And it's like, this is like erroring like right at the relist page. Like, I just done it. I'll try it again and see, but I think it's going to have to be some kind of a bug or something.
I just tried it on mine and it worked just fine.
Well, and I mean, now I lost half of, or no, hold on.
I tell you what, there were some characters at the bins today. I thought two people. What?
This is somebody said, according to Big D and Bubba, yesterday was National Eat Nuts Day. That cracked me up.
Man, there's this white gal and this black gal, and they were going at it. They were just lipping each other. I'm like, I'm getting ready to get some good footage for the YouTube channel, because if they go to Fizz City, I'm pulling out the camera. I said, there ain't no way I'm gonna. But yeah, there was we went to a real nice area up in Clayton. Went to a house up there for a estate sale, and I didn't buy anything there. Everything was kind of high, but there was a bunch of really old clothing, and I wish I knew more about old clothes, because it was stuff from the 60s and 70s.
Like, not even Levi's.
No, they were just. It was just
Disco
like women's, like women's clothing.
like butterfly collars and bell-bottom pants.
Yeah, and older, like the old.
This is weird. Like the relist page looks completely different. It has like a lot of weird boxes in it now.
Oh man!
After you just cleared.
No, it's been the same. Like I'm pretty sure this might be a beta to something, and it might be the new catalog that they're doing. Is what I'm thinking, because they launched a new catalog, and it's the new catalog system for new products.
I will be listing all my stuff like that. I plan on listing even my new stuff as used.
Oh, not me.
I'm gonna list. I mean, I'm not gonna fool with their catalog. I've heard of people getting suspensions from listing stuff underneath the catalog in the wrong section on the catalog. Oh, it's really prevalent in the cell phones.
Suspensions?
Yeah, getting suspended or for temporary. Like, yeah, they're and then they call in and they'll get it reinstated, but sometimes it takes a couple days to get to the right person to get something reinstated. And it's not their fault. It's their catalog system. So they're going to be suspending people they're going to be suspending people for listing stuff in the catalog if you list it under the wrong section.
Well, I mean, look at the INAD claims. They're tracking that to suspend people. I mean, put two and two together. They tracked it. They tracked it with all their customers, and I mean, that's
why the INADs are just going to charge you more. They're not.
Well, yeah.
That's the thing that's pissing me off, is that I sell used stuff. Used. I don't sell new stuff. So yeah, if it's used, they're going to get it. And unfortunately, there's just so many chances. You just get people. I got a webcam right here that I'm using that the guy said it wouldn't work on Windows 10. This is Windows 10. I plugged the webcam in, it installed, and it worked perfectly. He didn't want it, so he filed an item not as described claim. It comes back to me. I get the mark on my account, and that's, eBay's going to start tracking that stuff, and it's going to decimate their used market. It's just the cost of business, so that's the thing. But okay, sure, it's the cost of business. Yeah, fine. I don't mind. But what I'm saying, though, is that it's going to get you suspended.
Yeah, when this is your only source of income, it's not legit.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a job, so you see it different, Shane. Look from his point of view.
I don't see it different because I depend, on this too, but you got to think that there's going to be a ton of changes come down. I mean, this is not the same eBay that we've been dealing with for 30 years.
And you're right. And that's why I'm starting to put stuff into, if I don't like the way they're doing things, I'll find a different way to do things, or I'll go get a job. But the thing is that, there's more than one way to skin the old cat. And you're right. It's eBay's playground. They can fuck it up, and they will. And when they fuck it up, somebody else will come along, or they'll run off enough that I've already said it. Back there was, I call it the Inquisition years of eBay, where if you went to places like Aspen forums or whatever, that place was booming because people were making dark accounts to where they could get around their eBay suspensions so that they could get back onto eBay, because there were a couple years there where eBay was just slaughtering people.
Oh yeah.
But good. Fuck you, eBay, because you know why? That's the reason why you have places like OfferUp, and that's why you have Macari, and that's why you have Poshmark, and that's why you have all of these other sites, because sellers, these other sites, they needed sellers, and they've got rid of a lot of good people, and people are just, it's kind of like the idea of dating a supermodel. If she's ignorant and she's stupid and she does stupid shit and she cusses you out and she cheats on you and she treats you just like shit, it don't matter how hot she is. Eventually, you're going to go find somebody that appreciates you. And guess what's happening? eBay is shitting on people. And guess what? People are going to continue. I don't know how many clothing sellers are exclusively now selling on Posh and Mercari, and they're making good money.
But
there's always the bud, bro.
That's the thing is, on Poshmark, I mean, it's growing, but I don't know how big it's going to get. I mean, that's the thing is I can't stand. I mean, I completely hate Poshmark.
It's definitely for the extrovert. It's not for me.
Yeah,
but it's a start.
Yeah. But the thing is I don't know. I mean, it's conflicting because eBay they've done it before, and they bounce back. They're such a big company that I think it's going to be hard for them to.
Now you can't have it both ways. You can't say that that nothing can happen to them, and then say that something can happen to them if they don't innovate. You can't have it.
Well, I mean, they have to innovate. If you don't innovate, you die. That's the thing. They absolutely have to innovate, and I think that's what they're doing. But I mean, if you don't innovate, I mean, look at Toys R Us. That's what happened to them. I mean, their online presence was this big, and as a company that they should have had a huge online presence. They had none. I mean, they had just a little minuscule.
It's not letting me relist new items either. Excuse me.
So I'm thinking it's just a glitch. So I
switched it to used. Right on in there.
Yep. It has to be something with the catalog.
Yeah, they're just screwing shit up. Hey, just keep screwing it up. I hope because the way I look at it, I don't care who I sell for. I'm not loyal. I'm not loyal to eBay. If another company popped up tomorrow, and I could sell merchandise on there and do $6,000-$7,000 a month, I would be just as loyal to that company. I'm as loyal to the person who's feeding me.
Oh yeah, it's just hard for another site to come out like that. That's going to have 350 million buyers, right? Like that. You know what I mean? And that's like the power that eBay has is they have a marketplace where you can launch an item and get it to 350 million people.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that there's a lot there. I mean, there's a lot that they have to offer, but
I would say with all these glitches coming out, it makes it very easy for another company to slide in. Very easy.
All they got to see is a little blood in the water. I think that if I was Jeff Bezos, I'd start a secondary marketplace for used goods. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not create a website that sells they're already dominating the new market. I mean, I don't understand why the eBay doesn't do that, why they don't create a marketplace for used goods and a marketplace for the new stuff they're wanting to do. And then they could just run them separately, and they wouldn't have to worry about them being they wouldn't have to worry about whatever. I'm kind of pissy if you can't tell tonight.
I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, if eBay doesn't, if they don't clean their act up, they're going to lose people. That's just how it is. They've had so many glitches come out in the past year. It literally appears that potentially that's half of the reason why they had a bad quarter. I mean,
don't kid yourself. Amazon has their glitches too. They.
Oh yeah.
They burn on their day. They burn on their day. They nominate in the summer. Their back of the house goes down. It was down one day last week for about 4.5 hours. You couldn't do any listing because every time you open Inventory Lab, it said it can't communicate with the back of the house. But Amazon, so
that was Russia.
They have issues too where there's been 3 or 4 times this summer that you couldn't even log into Seller Central. It didn't even.
Yeah.
He come up and said this website is no longer there, some crazy shit. I mean, so they have their issues too, and they're
right.
Yeah.
And every website's going to have those. I mean, even in Poshmark and Mercari, maybe the reason why they don't have those is because they have way less users. And that matters because the more users you have, I mean, the more hardware you have to have. That's just
My problem going over there is hard to find anything I like because I only wanted to buy there. I didn't want to sell in there.
I bought a Bluetooth scanner on Mercari yesterday. It's just like a scanning gun that you plug like a little sensor in your USB, and then you can attach it to your computer and scan for like $26.
I just want to get back to normal. Get my crap figured out to where I can travel.
I just want to go to yard sales no more.
After 150.
Just rub it in, Scott. Just
I'm
rub
only
it
halfway
in.
there. I got to get to 300.
Ain't nothing I loved more than being that damn minivan yard selling it.
To be honest, I want to go to yard sales too, but I'm probably going to end up in a thrift store scanning books. Let's just get real.
I think I've got about 30 books now from so far.
Dude, I got like 30 tonight, and I think I'm going to have more, a little bit more, maybe. I don't know.
He's even Craiglisting for bucks.
Oh, I got all these free books. I still got to scan like 40 or 50, but I have like 2 big boxes full, and it's over $700 in profit right now.
Did you put an ad on there, or you just find an ad?
No, I literally just went on to Craigslist, and I'm like, wonder what's in books or free. Went under free, and this lady had this huge posting of like a large cornucopia amount of books, like huge. And I'm like, I'll be over in 10 minutes. And I went over there, and I literally filled my car trunk full, and the back seat full, and the front passenger seat full. And I'm like, yep.
And now he's got roaches, bed bugs, and
Oh, I don't care.
spider eggs.
No, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't even, I can always fumigate my car.
I just leave it out in the sun.
Yeah, open the doors, spray some Febreze in there, you're good.
Damn, you rednecks are still up this late. Shut up, you damn Yankee. I love you, Krillin. I'm just playing.
So you're in Cincinnati tonight, Scotty Too Hotty?
Yeah, I'm on the Kentucky side. I'm in Florence, Kentucky. I'm over by the airport.
Honestly, be a good time to go on John's website and buy a bunch of that big shit that he won't ship, and take it back home and put it in an auction.
I'm driving away from here tomorrow. What are you talking about? I got yard sales to go to down 127.
Is your van full yet, or is it partially full?
About half full.
I haven't even checked, but I've been
Looks
so
like
busy.
you're
the
so
past couple
hungry.
days.
Posh
I'm
makes me
in a hotel room.
Yeah, I don't know. He must be really busy doing stuff because I don't think he's made a video other than his demonstration video or his whatever his exhibit video in a while.
Yeah.
He's the last video he made was 4 days ago.
Who's that?
The last,
I've heard that's why I didn't drop by there. I would have dropped by there.
In the past 2 weeks, he's made like 3 videos. I watch most of his stuff. I don't watch the preview videos, but I watch whenever he's because I don't buy a whole lot because I get pissy because all of his good stuff's big and he won't ship it. Like, why don't you ship that stuff? Freight it up, I guess it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and freight. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how much freight would cost, but probably not very cheap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's about 100. That's about $150 to freight something and have it freighted. It depends on. Yeah, it's not crazy.
It depends on its size and weight.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it's huge, if you fill up a whole semi truck, then yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
it's all dependent on how many other loads they can put on there going to the same area or what.
Right.
They had a TV show about that. Some stuff was crazy. Some stuff was $1,000, $2,000.
Oh, you
But
talking about ship something?
U ship
.com?
or
U ship,
yeah,
yeah.
something like.
Is it Uline or whatever? Or no, maybe not.
No, it was U ship.
It was U ship. They had a TV show of people that done on U ship.
I might try to find that on Netflix or something. That sounds pretty interesting.
It is. But just like any other thing, they got producers telling them what to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is a show, on TV.
Mother's mustache said that they deleted their followers on Posh. Didn't realize I was supposed to have them. Thought strangers were following me. I always feel like somebody watching me.
Mother's mustache has been pretty comical tonight.
Jim and Tara, they just uploaded a video. Go check them out. Depends on size. I've freighted a vintage gas pump to Wisconsin, from Wisconsin to Tennessee, and it was like $400 5 years ago. That ain't too bad, especially if it's something somebody wants. I wouldn't want to have to drive it there and drive back for $400.
Right.
Yes, it was southern Wisconsin and northern Tennessee, but I don't know, 5 years ago you couldn't have did that for. That was when gas was about what, $4 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hard to just buy me a truck and get me a big box trailer and start doing eBay freight.
Doing hot shots,
Yeah,
like
doing hot shot eBay. Be good money. Hell, just dually in a box truck.
Yeah. Box. I want a box truck for like some storage unit auctions and stuff, but
That's what I'd like to get.
I was into those really heavy back in like 2005 and made a lot of money. But the thing is like the stuff I sold on eBay was like very small. A lot of it I just pushed locally. I had to.
Yeah, John wants to get a lift gate, but lift gates tend to be problematic and costly.
Yeah.
well, either that or find a box truck, one of the low box trucks.
I'm pretty fond with a roller system. John, get up in there. I'll push them up to you. Because, I mean, if you're doing it by yourself, I think a lift gate's pretty warranted. But if you're going to be partnering and doing something with somebody, just stand in there. I'll bring it to you. Because in box trucks, you can get almost anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And just,
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them like at my local U-Haul store, literally sitting in the parking lot with for sale signs on them.
yeah. And they got them like roller systems where you can just put a roller up there, and if you set it down, it rolls it out to wherever you're dropping off.
They even sell at my local U-Haul store the old dollies and stuff. They'll put them out and have sale tags on them too.
Right. Yeah, Ryder and U-Haul sells them discounted at certain miles, but they
But man, they're expensive.
they still want a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah.
Todd, the silver hair stacker, told Jim and Kara they don't need shout outs, they need auctions. That's funny. So nobody go like Silver Hair Stacker's channel because he don't need shout outs either. No, Todd's a good guy. But seriously, yeah, I would love to have a box truck for $1,300. Mother's mustache, I'll take two. But I would love to have one. I went and looked at one. They wanted $5,000 for it, and the frame was rusted on it. And I'm like, hey, no way I'm paying that kind of money for it.
You just uploaded a video, Scott.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my shout out.
Yeah. Like you don't need a shout out, Scott. You got like 4,000 subs or something like that.
I was impressed. We had an average of 24 people watching most of the stream.
Yeah.
And it's getting to be 11:30. I don't know if you guys want to keep going or.
I'm gonna get off here and go take care of some business, and I'm beat. I walked like 5 miles today.
Yeah. We'll probably get off. We'll probably get off here, and if you ain't ain't subscribed to me, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make the bells and whistles. Make sure you click on it, and I'll soon get going. I should have a camera soon and get set up, and I'm gonna start doing more videos. Mainly just me listing stuff until I get my driver's license back. Because right now I'm a John scrub.
Tomorrow there'll be an auction show on MSP auctions. You find them, search for them on the YouTube. It's going to be Barbara. I don't know who all they were expecting me to be on there, but I told them that I didn't even know I was coming home tonight, and we ended up coming back. But I've got stuff to do tomorrow. I don't have time to get stuff together, but they're going to have some stuff for sale on there, and they always have some pretty cool items on there. I just like Dwayne. He's a good guy. For a Utahan.
Well, thanks for anybody that scrubs.
Jerry's been drinking.
Yeah. Been drinking a little bit. Them Red's apples are pretty thirst quenching. They go down like a Gatorade. But yeah. If you ain't liked and subscribed to any of us, everybody's even their Twitch is down below. Just click show more and click on whoever you want to sub to. Hopefully every one of us, which most likely you probably already are.
I hope I didn't piss anyone off tonight too much with my ranting and raving, but I'm not in a good mood. I'm tired. And
well, basically, Krillin, also, this is like my first show on my YouTube besides being on everybody else's show. Hopefully it'll be easier to find me in the forthcoming months.
And the 5 coming months, too.
Yeah. And make sure after this, if you're bored, go check out Scott's Highway video he just uploaded.
I hear he kills a hooker in this one.
He ain't in Roll Tide anymore.
He's gonna wear. This one for you, Krill. And I think I was cussing about a Yankee in this one.
He's gonna wear a Kentucky hat tomorrow. It's gonna say KU on or FU or something on the front of it. I'm not sure.
They I heard the lady. She's like, I heard her saying some crazy shit like, "Well, that's kind of rude. He just took a picture of the item he was looking at, and he didn't even ask anything about it."
That's because he was looking it up.
I thought I was scamming, stupid bitch, and to figure out what. If I wanted it, I'd have bought it, you dumbass.
It was her. Was it her item?
Yeah.
You know what I would have done, Scott? I would have looked at her, and now you just made me put it back down.
Nah, I was walking away. I was walking away, and she was talking to her redneck friends when she said that.
I'm a man. I don't know what's up with me lately, but I had a guy. He owned an antique store, and I'm in there, and I should have asked. I'm in there filming away, and I'm just filming, and it's always easier to ask for forgiveness and beg for permission. That's my opinion on it.
Right.
And he looked up at me, and he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you filming everything in my store?" And I go, I have a YouTube channel, and I said that I just like to give people shout outs when I find a cool place. I let people know where you're at. He goes, "Well, I don't know if I like that," or something like that. I said, "You don't like free advertisement?" I said, "You don't like it for someone to talk positive about your store?" And he looked at me, and I said, "Forget it." I said, "Let's go, kids. Let's get out of here." And then he starts being nice to me, and he's like, and I start talking to him, and he's like backing down because he knew that he went to like DEFCON 1, and I'm like, why do we even have to go there? And I mean, literally, he was like just pretty close to like coming over the counter at me, I thought. And I'm just like, and then he's like, blah, blah, blah. "Well, you can put me on there if you want." He started thinking about it. And then he's like taking a picture, taking my wife's phone and taking pictures of us on their porch swing. And I'm like, holy hell, sometimes you just got to push back, because there are plenty of dickheads out there that will test you, that will see how far they can push you. And when you get fed up with it and you push back, a lot of times they start whistling a different tune because they don't want that. They don't want you to mess. I don't know. That's my advice for today. Push back.
All right.
Fight against the man. Holy shit! Rockstar Flipper has another video. He's putting them out tonight.
Yeah, you like to advertise them, don't you?
I like some of his stuff.
Well, Scott, any last words?
Or
You looking like a
The
looking
lights
like
are
a-
getting dim.
looking like a pissed off guard gnome. Like, I don't blame you, bro. How many miles have you drove?
I don't know. I'm on my third tank. Yeah,
Oh,
Do you
shit.
not keep a mileage log?
my phone does all that shit. I don't ever look at it. I've got an app on there to
high-tech,
track my mileage.
high-tech redneck. Shane, you got any
I
last
can't remember
words?
writing that stuff.
No, just if you run into problems, just figure it out. I mean, try new stuff. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. That's all I got.
That's exactly what I told my wife last night.
If I can't ask Google, I ask John.
That's right. And I'm wrong as much as I am right. So
You got
I don't know.
You got any last words, John, or any more
I ain't
bits?
I ain't got nothing to say. I done said enough. Just go watch Rockstar Flipper's videos and Jim and everybody else's videos, except for Todd, Silver Hair Stacker.
Just make sure you watch Scott's
that's video.
127 video today.
Yeah, watch Scott's video too. Hey, speaking of putting videos out, when are you gonna put more videos out there, Shane?
Me? More videos?
Yeah.
I just put
Once
one out.
Oh shit! I have to go watch it.
Yeah, I just literally put one out last night.
I wasn't at home, so I didn't see it.
He just half-assed a cast iron pan.
Yeah, and then I'll probably be putting some more videos out this weekend. My Dollar Tree video just surpassed 11,000 views. So
Dang, good for you, man.
yeah,
That's awesome.
I always know how many views his videos got because every time I turn around, it's got 1,101, 1,102.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That video has, I don't even know what's going on. It's blown my mind. Like, it literally has blown my mind. It was at 10K just a little bit ago. Now it's at 11K.
Is that the one about the surge protectors?
Yeah, I really don't know why it's getting the attraction, but it's nuts.
Somebody shared it somewhere. Can you go check and see where your traffic's coming from on it?
Yeah, you can.
Eventually, yeah, you can go to, and I haven't, but it's insane.
That'd be interesting to know, but
I've gotten over 100 likes and literally probably well over 100 comments potentially. I haven't looked at it recently, but it's crazy.
Do you respond to every one of them?
Yep, absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
Congratulations on your monetization, by the way. That's pretty awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, for sure.
That's quick. They must like you.
It was
I'll
fast.
Open that worms tonight.
It took Scott forever too to get monetized, and I was surprised.
It took dagummit, the Canadian Rob Barron, the Baron. What's the hell's the name of their channel?
Baron something or
Bargain Barons, yeah.
Bargain Barons, yeah.
I don't know if you'll watch this video, but if you do, Rob, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. But anyways, like it took them about as long as it did, and they're good Canadians, don't you know?
It's only been like, for me, it was only like literally, I don't even think it was a month. Might have been a little over a month.
I'm right there behind you, so I'm hoping that it ain't, I think you're a couple weeks ahead of me, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm up at.
How many subs am I up to?
I'm at 1,032, so it is what it is.
I'm at 90 subs, man, and I really appreciate it. Every single one of you.
He'll come pull you. If you ever get stuck in the snow and he's driving by you, he'll pull you out.
Oh, yeah, I would, because I always carry a tow strap or a chain. Typically,
you have to when you drive a Chevy, because they always get off in ditches.
No, because you got to pull them damn Fords out.
That's right.
Because as soon as they hit the berm, the transfer case goes to shit, and they're screwed.
Oh, whatever.
You can carry that chain around riding your bicycle.
I bet you his Honda or his Toyota minivan has more 4-wheel drive than Fords do.
Shit.
I pushed 18 inches of snow with my minivan
Nice.
and drove 120 miles round trip just to get my girl.
Somebody likes Shane's videos. Todd is so funny. That's just why. It's only why I'm not picking on Todd. I just
That's
give
a good
him
one,
crap
Todd.
because
That's a
that's
good
just
one.
what Todd does. He's
Oh,
Hey, I love Shane's videos. I really do. But I'm going to have to bust you in the balls. If I ever see another shoe video, I'm going to. I cannot stand to hear you talk about shoes for
I
an hour
will
and a
put
half.
one out
I can't do it.
tomorrow, man. I'm gonna put one out tomorrow.
I cannot do it.
No,
Shoes-
no, Todd.
Rough.
Todd always gives me a hard time, but just keep in mind that one listing challenge I did enter, I beat him.
Todd has 1,852 views, and not one of them will you ever see his face in any of his videos. He's like the neighbor next door on that TV show, Tool
Well,
Time. Or
yeah, Tool Time.
Tim the Toolman Taylor. That was my go-to show after school every day. All right, guys. I guess I'm going to call it here. Stop the broadcast, and we're going to bullshit and chat for a little while before we go to bed. And I wish everybody
yeah,
the best. And next week's going to be on Scott's.
Whose channel? Scott or John?
Scott.
Scott's channel.
We'll go to Scott's channel, and the week after that, we'll put it on John's, then Shane's, and back to me.
Yep.
Sound good? We got it figured out. Well, everybody, good night. Have fun.
A good night, guys.
Happy listening.
See you, everybody.
God bless.
I gotta really.